learning life. My thirst is divine, words inspiring, perfect time, nurtured right. Them man there be learning life, rehearsing life. Trust me, far from certified. Acting while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ups to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. Big up everybody that's locked in. Welcome back to another live stream. Let's hope we don't get bagged this time. Let's hope we don't get bagged. Big up everybody that's in here. Last time I tried to do a stream, I got cut off in 3 minutes, but we'll see. We'll see if we make it past that long at the very least. Plenty to get into. Lots of Chelsea transfer news has come out over the last few days. Yeah, we'll get into all of that. There's news on N'Golo Kante, Joao Felix, Dumfries, who else? Declan Rice, as always, just the same old news. Moise Caicedo. There's been a price tag put on his head for Chelsea and numerous other clubs interested in him. And yeah, plenty of other topics to get into as well, I'm guessing. Oh, let me get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, I'm sure everyone wants to talk about the England game. It's coming home, people. And by it's coming home, we mean Edouard Mendy and Koulibaly. But big up to the pair anyway. Although more Koulibaly because he's actually had a good tournament. Mendy looked like the same old shit. But it is what it is. We're probably getting rid of Edouard Mendy anyway. So not too fussed about it. Just please bring a goalkeeper in ASAP. That's starting to look like it's as big of a priority as getting the midfield sorted. Because fuck me, I don't trust either of them. But yeah, we'll get into all of it. Big up everybody that's locked in. Like, subscribe. Please like, because it does help out the algorithm, and we've fallen off a fucking cliff since the World Cup. But yeah, hit the like button, subscribe. If you want to help out the channel or guarantee your comment gets read out, hit a super chat as well. If not, big up everybody anyway. And let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section. I don't know how long I'm going to be going live for, but it's good to at least stay a little bit consistent. Big up Major General N'Golo Kante saying, let's have it right, Henderson masterclass. He low-key fucked my bet up, but hey, it is what it is. At least England are through. I doubt they get any further than France in the quarterfinals, but I don't think England look bad in that case anyway, because I don't think anyone expects them to get a result against France. I think when we saw the entire bracket, everyone looked at the quarterfinals and said that's probably where England's going out. And I haven't heard it's coming home for a while, which is why England are a little bit more likable to me. But yeah, is what it is. Henrik Jensen, safe for the updates as well, my bro, saying names such as Malo Gusto from Luton, Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen, and Walker Peters from Southampton have been mentioned to me from sources as names we are looking at. I'm going to start that and come back to it later when I talk about Dumfries, because I do think we need to talk about other options as well. He has had a good World Cup, but fuck me, I took one look at what Inter fans are saying and red flags. There's red flags everywhere. Chelsea definitely have Moise Caicedo quite high on the list of transfer targets, as manager Graham Potter looks to a potential reunion with the Seagulls star. Yeah, I saw it was reported that a 60 to 70 million pound price tag has been put on his head by Brighton. You could say maybe Chelsea are front runners because of their history of Potter's history with the club in the midfielder, but it genuinely could go either way. Newcastle United could offer Champions League football, but he easily fits Graham Potter's style of play. And to me, I think he's a good long-term Kante replacement for us too. The 60 to 70 million, it's not a bad fee. Like I've said, spending 100 and 100 million plus on the likes of Jude Bellingham isn't necessarily the best option for us. I think this is a much cheaper and much smarter alternative personally. So yeah, I would bring in Caicedo for that amount, but let me know what you guys are saying in the comments. Rare Lewis L. What was that for, bro? Is that the old stream or I don't know? Let me know in the comments, innit? Let me know. Yeah, England v France will be nice. I look forward to the game, even though England are probably going out. But shit, I don't care about international football that much. As long as England are doing well, I'm here for the vibes. As soon as England lose, I'm barking a spliff and I'm going to bed. And I don't care. But it is what it is. Steve, I completely agree as well. Like, my channel's fucking Mr. Premier League, even if we're fucking shit. But I bet it'll take 1 or 2 games for everyone to wish for the World Cup to be back as well. So I ain't going to say too much. I might do the Brazil game tomorrow. I think Brazil... Is Brazil tomorrow? Let me have a look. Because I saw you were asking what World Cup watch along I'll do tomorrow. Japan v Croatia or Brazil v South Korea. Both have Chelsea players in it. I might do both. I'm definitely going to do the Brazil game. So keep a lookout for that. I might do the Croatia game. I'm not sure. Actually, Croatia's in my Shameless FC sweepstake. I might do it. Hey, Taha, we made it past 3 minutes. Big up, my guy. Big up Charlie as well. Leslie, Infamous. What else everyone's saying? Deals, Trevor. Big up yourselves, my guys. Big up. John Lewis, did you hear Johnny named the 2 best players ever? Ronaldo 9 was number 1. Guess who was number 2? I wonder who. Lukaku. No, I'm joking. Obviously, it's going to be Mason Mount. That's my guess, and I bet I'm not wrong on that, but it is what it is. Fraser, I saw this, and shit, all my best wishes go out to Sterling and his family. Like, not wishing that sort of shit on anybody. Like, I can't imagine what's going through his head, and that's a long-ass trip back to England, back to his family as well. So the amount of stress that he's going through, the amount of stress his family's going through, couldn't wish that on anybody. But yeah, let's just hope the family's safe. Let's hope no one got seriously hurt. And yeah, come back in your own time. There's not much else you could say other than that. Just best wishes. Any chance we can I don't understand this because I think Koulibaly's had a good tournament. Like, yeah, there was moments in the England game where he didn't look great, but fuck me, everyone looks shit. I thought Koulibaly was the only one holding that defense together. I think he's had a great group stage. Like, I don't think Koulibaly's been bad this tournament. If anything, this tournament has only justified to me that there is a great player in there. He just needs to adapt to the quickness of the Premier League. And I do believe that will come with time. But yeah, Koulibaly ain't been a disgrace, bro. I don't agree with that. I think he's had a great tournament. Dumfries latest. What was the stuff on Dumfries? David Ornstein has some quotes from him saying it's a compliment to be linked to the Chelsea move, but playing for Inter Milan is also a very big compliment. And he says, I'm focused on nothing else but the national team and Inter. It's also been reported Chelsea are back strong in their bid to bring Denzel Dumfries to the bridge, but a fee of no less than 40 million is required to secure the move. Dumfries was also Conte's number 1 target to solve the wingback problem at Tottenham in the January transfer window. Now, I know he's had a good World Cup, and that was kind of turning my head a little bit. I was saying for depth, I think it's a good option. And yeah, 30 to 40 million is a lot, but with how necessary it is to strengthen that position, as well as potentially the price tag and the age and everything like that and inflation, I get it. But I took one look at that Inter subreddit. Because you guys know me, I like going on Reddit for Chelsea news and football news and all of that. I checked out the Inter Milan subreddit because I wanted to hear their ideas on the player. And shit, if there ain't red flags all over this, I don't know what else would show it. They're saying he's a bum. They're saying he gets done regularly. He's defensively solid, but he isn't technically sound. Can't dribble or cross consistently. Only good against attacking teams and gets exposed by a low block. Hell, I saw the name Brick Freeze going all around in their subreddit. Some of them are saying they'll take 30 million for him and run. It doesn't sound great, you know, and maybe it's just a case that the style doesn't suit him because he is playing better for the Netherlands. And there was the same hype around him after the Euros as well, but shit, it doesn't look good. Maybe I need to watch a few Inter games before I make my judgment. But there are other options, like what Henrik Jensen put earlier. Malo Gusto, Kyle Walker-Peters, Frimpong. I do need to check out the first 2, but I know Walker-Peters can play on either wing. And he would fill the homegrown quota as well. I don't know. Maybe they would be better options because there's not a lot of good thoughts. There's not a lot of good quotes I'm reading on Dumfries. What else? Hey, big up, bro. This is the Nike 10-year Champions League edition of training kits. Had to get this. It's the best training kit I've ever seen. England-France will be the standout fixture alongside Argentina, Holland. All I keep hearing is that Argentina and Holland is going to be dead. So we'll see. Yeah, bro, I rate Koulibaly. Give Koulibaly time, man. There is a quality defender in there. I think people are writing him off way too early, and I don't even think he's been that bad. in all honesty, especially in the World Cup. I don't think he's been bad at all in the World Cup. Big up Mason. Hi, my friend. Big up yourself. What else everyone's saying? Is Chelsea not getting Alisson and Kepa and Mendy instead? One of the worst transfers of all time for Chelsea. Yes. Yeah, Kepa's always going to be up there. But, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Kai contract extension needs to happen. Nope. No, it does not. I'm good. What else is everyone saying? Hey, big up Victor. I'll send you over the link as well in a bit if you're about. We need to go in for Bellingham. That kid is special. He had a brilliant game today. Unbelievable game. But I'm still looking at that over 100 mil price tag, and I'm thinking we could probably do better at a cheaper price and be able to strengthen our midfield even more. So I don't know. I'll play it by how the rest of the World Cup, how the rest of the season is for Bellingham. But it was a good performance. It was a very good performance. Which team is winning the World Cup in your opinion? I think the way things are going, it looks like Brazil will be playing Argentina in the semis. Correct me if I'm wrong. The winner of that one. The winner of that one. Hey, if we get 2 World Cups on Giroud's head, that would be even madder. Hey, big up Alex, my guy. Big up yourself. Take Enzo Fernandez over Bellingham. Yes, but I think he'd be similar. He'd be a similar price tag as well. So I don't know. Croatia, Vardy or watch. That's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout, you know. I might have to. When's Nkunku coming to Chelsea? Hey, regardless, we're gonna see him in the summer, so it doesn't matter too much. Nkunku will be another Werner at Chelsea. No, he's way more technically sound than Timo Werner ever is. And if we're talking about creators, check the guy in your Avi, innit? Prefer not to speak. Big up yourself anyway, bro. Yeah, I thought Mendy could have done better with the first goal. Maybe the third, but I think that's a bit harsh as well. Yeah, it just didn't look good on Mendy. I don't think he made a single save in that game. And his stocks are already low as fuck. And shit, he didn't really do much to help himself in that group stage either. But yeah, Mendy's more likely to leave than Kepa is in general. So I've kind of accepted he's going to be leaving. They can't agree on a contract. The fact that he even rejected 100k right now is fucking crazy. But I won't. The less said about that, the better, innit? But yeah, Mendy ain't working out at Chelsea. And yeah, thanks for the memories and everything. You did really great in the run to the Champions League, but ain't working no more. Ain't working anymore. And we do need a goalkeeper we can rely on. Now, Koulibaly's been his usual self. Can't dictate the backline. Looks rash. He's a beta centre back. He ain't an alpha. Damn, that's some big words, bro. Hey, we'll talk about this later. I'll be real. I don't agree with you on it, but it'll be good to talk about. It'll be good to talk about. Really annoyed about how Koulibaly has turned. Bro, I keep thinking Koulibaly's gonna bang, man. I just think for the Premier League, it's a bit too fast for him right now. Serie A is a much slower league. Give him time. At least give him to the end of the season and then make a judgment on him. I think there's a quality defender there. And I think he played well in the World Cup. Like, am I missing something? Am I really missing something? Please let me know. Yeah, Charlie, I'm sending a link out. I'll send the link out in a sec. Shit on the second or shit. I don't remember that too tough, so fucking shit, Mike, bruv. I don't even know what happened there. Sorry, guys. Right, that's poor, but in no world, there's no world in which Lukaku isn't the worst piece of business we've done. Facts. Like, that's the one thing he left Chelsea with. Worst Chelsea transfer of all time. Because before that, it was a massive debate. People would say Torres, you'd say Shevchenko, you'd say Kepa, could have thrown Kai in there. Now, no, it's Lukaku. It's Lukaku by an absolute mile. No one comes worse to that. He's more expensive than all of them, and just more fuss than any of them ever was. Even the likes of fucking Werner, Havertz, Kepa, they had a better mentality than Lukaku did. So one thing that let me down about more than anything, I thought he had a much better mentality. Top boy needs to spend 180 for Mbappe. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, my friend. That's not gonna happen. What other news is there? I saw links of Joao Felix. Jorge Mendes has informed that Atletico Madrid that Felix has offers and he's going to leave the club in January. Among the options are United, Chelsea, and PSG. Nathan Gissing also said Chelsea's been looking at Felix since the summer, and I don't think this should be our focus in January because there are much bigger areas that we need to focus on. We need to sort out the midfield. We need to sort out our goalkeeper. We need wing-back depth before we even look up top. But Felix isn't necessarily a bad idea, personally. I just think the price tag obviously pays a factor. We need to see how much Atletico Madrid would ask for him. And we also need to sort out those other areas first. I've seen a lot of people say he's like a Havertz 2.0. Fair enough. I see it. Stylistically, they're very similar. But it doesn't mean that, like, Felix isn't going to be a better version of Havertz. Like, a lot of people support and still back Havertz because they like the idea of the player, but the player doesn't really showcase the idea enough. Felix, like, I get, they're stylistically similar, but he's a better creator and he's got much better finishing technique. I'm not saying he's a necessity for Chelsea to go out for because there are other options we need to sort out first, but I'm also not going to turn my nose up at Joao Felix just yet. But let me know what you guys are saying anyway. Other than that, was there anything else? Declan Rice, a Chelsea priority for the summer. Simon Phillips has reported that he's been heavy on saying Declan Rice is our number one priority for most of the season. I'm told that Todd Bowley has good relations with West Ham's Karen Brady, and there's belief this could help Chelsea's cause. That shouldn't even be what helps Chelsea's cause. It should be Declan Rice in general. West Ham want a bidding war, and that's fine, but if Rice is proper Chelsea, he knows what to do. It's the same thing I've been saying for the last few weeks. If he's proper Chelsea, he shouldn't want a bidding war. Or he should be using that to, if he's being selfish, get a good offer at Chelsea. If he's being selfish. But if Rice goes anywhere other than Chelsea, all these dickheads who have put this Rice proper Chelsea prop in our ears for the last 2-3 years, I want a conversation. What else is everyone saying? I thought it was Senegal's, but yeah, so did I. Even though it doesn't say a lot. Felix won't fit the Premier League. Liao is better, Lewis. Yeah, but I think Liao's just solely a left winger though. Felix likes to play a lot more centrally. I think they're a different profile. Leave Felix out. Let's go. In a dead league, Felix would be worse than Kai. I don't know if that's possible, but fair enough. Guy is too skinny. You know what? That is a very fair point. Like, we do need someone who's a little bit stronger. We've seen enough of that issue with Havertz. I don't know. I'm just saying I won't turn my nose too much up at him. But in terms of the price tag, in terms of our priorities and our needs, this isn't high up. This isn't that high up. But I don't know. I wouldn't say no to him. But again, we do have other areas we need to focus on. We haven't spoken about Kante. That was a main focus of this title. The feeling internally is that Chelsea want to rebuild the midfield with younger players, and there's new chances that Kante and Chelsea could part ways in 2023. The feeling around the players' side and the club's side is that Kante will leave on a free. Oh, pardon me. Kante would love to stay at Chelsea, but there's no agreement at the club. Now, the only person who can change things is Graham Potter if he wants to keep Kante. I don't really know how Potter comes into this, unless Potter's specifically saying he wants Kante to go. But from what we've heard, the biggest issue is wages. Like, if you said to me 3 years ago losing Kante wouldn't bother me, I'd say you lot were crazy. But I mean, it's the right move right now, personally, because Chelsea are looking to rebuild. N'Golo Kante wants to be paid 3+1, which we can't forget. If he wanted a pay cut, if he wanted 2 years, I think it would be a great option for the club. He'd be a good rotation option that we could bring in and out of the squad and protect as well, because he continues to get a lot of injuries. But he's asking for 3+1. He's asking for the same wage, and it's just not smart for a player that's been on a gradual decline for the last 3 years. Yes, in spite of the Champions League run, he has been on a decline. Like, he just had a really good 3-month period, if we're going to be really honest about it. But it's the right time to cut ties. It's the right time for both parties. Kante can get his big contract at another club. He'll get a new challenge as well. For Chelsea, we move forward, we rebuild, and N'Golo goes as a legend. No hate towards N'Golo at all. I just think it's the right time to cut ties, personally. And I'd be surprised if people think differently, but if you do, let me know. Let me know. Benner says more of a DM, which we need more. Rice's box support. I agree. Get both. Get both. Yeah, we don't even need to pay 150 mil, though. Apparently, he's up for sale for 70. Although now Simon Phillips is saying West Ham wants a bidding war. So it could be 70 as a base fee, and then it goes up. But we'll have to see. Anything over 100 million, hell, anything over 90 million, and I'm like, not interested. Find someone else. Going for Caicedo or something. We'll be fine. You still have that opinion about Mount after his performances in the World Cup. What opinion? Did I even mention Mount? Let me know. What opinion? Kante on 2. Exactly. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's a shame he leaves, but he's simply injured too much. Exactly. And at least he can leave with his head held high. Chelsea legend. You've won basically everything there is to win at Chelsea. Big up yourself. Go dominate another league. I think if he goes to Serie A or something, he would absolutely kill it at the right club. Just maybe the wages would be a bit of an issue. Goes to PSG, stat pad a couple Ligue 1s. Bayern Munich, same energy. Stat pad a couple Ligue 1s. Bundesligas, not Ligue 1s. Fuck's sake. But the point still stands. Like, Chelsea just ain't going to work. Leave Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. They're coming Anfield. Yeah. You lot sort out your ownership system and everything like that. And then worry about transfers, my friend. Do you feel excited seeing Havertz falling over? Oh, yeah, it's the friendly on Sunday. Yeah, here's what it is. Second half of the season, Kai will be turning up soon. So look forward to the purple patch, people. Look forward to the purple patch. Kovacic and Jorginho could be leaving. They could be leaving. Both of them are assessing their options. Might potentially want a new challenge as well. And that's fine. That is fine. Let them grow. Let them go. Let them shine and dominate in another league, and we can rebuild and start again like we need to do with the midfield and the attack. And I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine with that. If Kante never gets injured again after leaving Chelsea, it will piss me off. Depends on the role that he has at the club that he's at. If he's at a team with a strong midfield where they can rotate, he might not get injured regularly. Maybe it depends on the surgery he's having too, which is also why Chelsea don't really want to progress with contract negotiations until they see how he returns from the injury. But we do have to see. There's a lot of speculation on that. Midfielder, wing back, maybe a goalkeeper. One of the two, really, I could see happening. Where Havertz plays, and we sell him. Yeah. Haven't seen your reaction on getting City in the FA Cup. Great. Like, I really liked not having a single cup run this season. But it is what it is. City twice in 4 days. Happy fucking New Year, people. Happy New Year. It is what it is. What else is everybody saying? Just bear with me. I need to refresh this. Giroud picture, please, for beating Henry's goal scorer record. Here you go. Big up Giroud, man. He's fucking dunked on Thierry Henry, and now we can start the Giroud and Henry comparisons. And also, by the way, Giroud, history is going to look so well on Giroud. He's going to look like an absolute baller in the next decade. And he was a squad player for us at best. Fucking love it. Big up yourself, Giroud. You're an absolute legend. Yeah. I don't know if he'll go now. It'll be in the summer, potentially. But, hey, if Vardiol comes, maybe Kovacic stays. Maybe. I don't know. But we'll see. Right. Yeah, I'll send the link out to everybody. Fuck it. I'll see what everyone's saying. Feels like that time. While I'm doing this, as always, hit the like button, guys. Big up, everyone. Right, let's see who's in here. Yes, guys. Big up, everyone. What's everyone saying?
I'm good, nothing much. What's everyone saying?
We're all good. We're all
We're
good.
gonna have that.
Thoughts on... Yeah, Scott. Koulibaly. What are you saying, bro?
Like I said, he's just the way I look at centre backs, right? There are two types of centre backs in my mind. There's A centre backs or alpha centre backs, and there's beta centre backs. Like, and the thing is I need people to understand this before I start getting comments coming at me saying I think Koulibaly shit. Like, I think he's been terrible. Number one, I'll say that much. But
Well, just straight up terrible.
I don't think he's been good for us. I don't think he's been good for Senegal, but there's a reason that I'm not impressed with what he's done for Senegal, which I'll kind of explain with why I think he's a beta centre back. Or a beta centre back is the fact of with Koulibaly, you can be a beta centre back or a beta centre back and be good. Like, you can still be a quality player. Like, for example, in my opinion, I think Varane is a beta centre back, but he's not a bad player. The difference between alpha, in my mind, between A centre backs and B centre backs is A centre backs are the leaders. They're the guys that they are the ones that will dictate the backline. Your Silvers, your Pepes, for example, or Ramoses. I can't ever tell which one of the two was one out of them, but those kind of guys, where your Terrys, for example, like, they'll be the guys that dictate the backline, and then the B centre backs will be the guys that step out, or they'll be the ones that clear stuff up, or not clear stuff up, that'll be the A's, but the B ones will be the other guy. They won't be the one dictating the back line. They won't be the one controlling the back line, but they'll be the other guy. And they can still do something. But we brought Koulibaly in to be the A centre-back, to Company as another good example of an A centre-back. We brought in Koulibaly to be the centre-back once Silva leaves. He's not that guy. He's the B centre-back. We still need to get another A centre-back once Silva leaves. And that's how I judge Koulibaly. Is I'm judging him what we bought him based on. We bought Koulibaly, and when I see him play for Senegal, I'm judging him based on the fact he's meant to be an A centre-back. He's meant to be the guy that dictates the back line. He's meant to be the guy that controls it. It doesn't look. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. He's not the guy controlling things.
So you just don't see those leadership aspects in him?
No, not at all. Like, he looks rash. He looks like we talked about before. Looks like he has the bozo gene in him. Like, he looks rash. He doesn't.
I've seen that for Chelsea, but I don't know. Like, partly I think it's because he looks a lot better in a back two as opposed to a back three, but partly I also think it's just because of the adaptation issue. As in terms of being able to dictate play from the back, being able to play out the back, I see that in him. In terms of leadership aspects, not necessarily for Chelsea. I do believe he's bedding into a new club, and that's a response as a result of it. But I don't know. Like, I find that one hard to see personally.
I just, as I said, like, he could be good, he could come good. I just don't see him ever being that A centre back, and that's what we bought him to be. We bought him to be the A centre back once Silva leaves. So that's what I'm judging him on. I'm judging him based on what we brought him to the club to do. We didn't bring him to be the B centre back. Like, we didn't bring him to be. We didn't buy him thinking he was like a 24-year-old going to take a bit of time to like come into his prime, could eventually like develop these what they call it, attributes. We bought him like in the twilight of his career when he should already have these attributes.
I get what
this World Cup, I'm not impressed. He's been good, but again, like he's been about as good as I would expect someone who's like 7 years younger than him to be, who this is like their first World Cup. That's about how good he's been.
So you're saying you would have wanted to see a bit more
his
maturity.
first World Cup?
Was
Is
it not
it?
the Senegal another World Cup?
Yeah, I think this is his first World Cup.
I don't know. Let me check.
So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I think
No. Senegal are in the 2018 World Cup.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, they got knocked out of the group stage. Fair play rules.
Okay, did he play?
that was one.
Yeah, he played all three.
And yeah, and that was the one.
I think I understand where you're going at, but I think it takes time for him to implement himself. He couldn't just come in straight away and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm that guy in the change room." If that makes any sense.
No, I agree, but I
think
it's
he needs
not-
time to do it because when Silva came in, Silva didn't do it straight away. It took him a while before he was that guy. Plus, we had a young team at that time, so you kind of had to be the guy to step up.
I don't understand why Mendy is a conversation in the first place.
No, Koulibaly.
Okay, Koulibaly, same shit.
No, we were talking about like in the comments at the start of the stream.
I understand.
I think Scott. Go on, Alex.
I seriously, I don't understand what Scott talking about. You're talking about alpha defender, but you're saying that he's not alpha defender. There's a thing. No, this I'm trying to figure it out. You saying that alpha defenders are players like Pepe, all that, but that's not a quality of defender. That's not a thing. That's the character of defender. It doesn't improve or it doesn't how you say it, make you defenders better because there's the two defenders. All the defenders has to be good in the package, and he has that package. He's not one of those players that, like, for example, that man, I struggle with that English language. It's like John Terry and
Carvalho?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand what kind of alpha defending you're talking about. You're talking about he's supposed to be alpha in our defense, like he's supposed to be number one.
Once Silva leaves, he's meant to be, and I don't see it. I don't.
Okay,
see it
I
at all.
see what you're saying now. So you saying if Silva leaves, he's supposed to take his place. Where'd you get this idea from that he's supposed to?
Because that's what we bought him for. You don't go out and buy.
Tell me where you get this idea.
That's what we bought him for.
Is that just you saying and not supposed to just take it and run with it?
Well, these are all opinions, Alex. Come on.
I know what you're saying, but you have to make
like,
opinion based on something.
Well, why else did we buy him then, Alex? Explain that
as
to
a
me.
defender,
Why else did we buy him?
We bought him as a defender. I just don't know why. What are you talking about? We bought him.
No, why did we buy him over other defenders? Why did we buy him over Ake? Why did we buy him over Koundé?
Why did we buy Fofana? Why is Fofana not the one that's supposed to take Thiago Silva's place?
No, because Fofana is like 19, 20, and if you're expecting him to be the A centre back at that age, you're a fucking idiot. No offense.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Wasn't that guy at Leicester? I'm not expecting him to be that guy now. I expect him to be that guy in like 7 years when he's in his prime. Like,
okay.
We say Rudiger replacement. I'm seeing a couple of those in the comments.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm struggling. Like, I don't understand why you're trying to. Like, how you trying to make it out of this is like he's a direct replacement for something, because we went for the player, not him. He wasn't the first choice. So I don't understand how you get this, because you think that this is the because if he's old, that's why he's supposed to be taking second play, like the place after Thiago Silva. Then Aspilicueta's in the question then.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, where did you get this from that he's supposed to replace Thiago Silva? I don't think it's actually matter. The guy
Maybe it's
has
just the way the media was pushing it.
And who is?
nobody.
Then who
We
is?
buying the players. We're trying to figure out who's the best in the position. Nobody is supposed to be replacing nobody indirectly. No. Hold on a second. He actually plays on the right side, not on the left side.
Say Silva retires. Cool. So our partnership next season is Fofana and Koulibaly, theoretically speaking, unless we go and get a Gvardiol or something like that, if we play a 4. Who
Okay.
is the leader in that back line, in the partnership in those two? Who's the leader?
Koulibaly.
There we go.
So-
That's my fucking point. There we go. That's my point. Is the fact he
that's
will,
still
by
good.
necessity, replace Silva. By necessity.
Okay.
Therefore, I have to judge him based on that. The fact he will then become the de facto leader in the back line, especially if Azpilicueta leaves. So, cool. I'm judging him based on can he be that leader? No. From what I've seen right now, no. He has a chance to change that, but based on right now, no. He does not have that ability.
Scott, may I say 2 things? Number one, I do think we're going to go for Gvardiol, and that person could very well be the next leader. Number 2, I feel as though we bought Koulibaly on reputation, and when you come to the English Premier League, every time you see a new player come into the league, it reinforces how much better and how much more intense the league is than other countries. It just shows again and again that English Premier League is almost a different sport because it is so much more difficult. Now, do I think that he will come good? Yes. And I'm not going to judge him based on 4 months. I will not do that. I am not naive. I am not a 20-year-old. But I will say I am going to judge him after 18 months. And if he keeps fucking up, then I will judge him. But I am not going to do it after 4 months. No way.
Yeah, to me, I'm waiting until next season as well. I agree on all of that. I think he just needs some time to adjust. It's just the speed and intensity of the league for me. Yeah. And I think he's going to be a lot better. A lot of people are forgetting this guy's the best defender in Serie A for about 8 years straight.
Yeah.
There is a quality centre-back in there. He just needs to be a little bit quicker and a bit more, well, just quicker in terms of his timing and his decision-making. But I do think that will come. I do think that will come.
Lewis, the instability of not just our back line, but our club in general over the past 6 months has contributed to people not being consistent. All right, there has been a chaotic nature to this club that's more chaotic than it normally is, and that's injuries, that is regime change, that is the coaching change. So if there's more stability, I feel as though he will just naturally become more comfortable.
And it's also low-key a positional thing as well. Every time we play a back 2 and we have Koulibaly, and he looks like a completely different player.
Yes.
So I do think it's a stylistic thing.
I still don't get it. Like, you buy defenders, I understand as a team captain is experience,
sure,
but I do understand what he's saying, that it's a leadership is there between it, but that's not due to like a captain leader experience. It's more to like how good you're in defense and you have that character and those in the partnership. But I just don't see the proof that that's the reason why he is. Sometimes I see Chalobah's doing more physically and aggressively when he was playing than anybody else. In that specific scenario, Chalobah is more leader than anybody else. Sometimes I see Azpilicueta doing that. I understand what you're saying, Scott. I just don't think that that's like primarily why we got the Koulibaly from. If we got Koulibaly for leadership thing, we're a long way off the thing, because we should look for the defensive problems first and then leaders. Leaders is just bonus to the player. That's it.
I agree, but I also don't know if Koulibaly doesn't have that leadership aspect in him. Like, isn't he the captain for Senegal?
Yes,
he was for Napoli as well.
And he's done a terrible job doing it. Like,
I don't know,
again,
I think he's had a good
he doesn't marshal his back line. He has not done none of that this tournament. He's done none of marshalling the back line, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, he's done none of.
I think the defense has been one of their better.
I'm not impressed.
I mean, look,
I'm
not Scott. First of all, I don't disagree. I'm not talking about
Trevor Chalobah, who is 22. I'm not talking about a Fofana who's 20. I'm talking about a 31-year-old who has been hyped up for years, as we should have got him 2 years ago, 3 years ago. This man has been hyped up to a level where he was put in a bracket that as of what he's performing at right now is nowhere near that bracket, nowhere near. And that is my point.
That's fair to say.
That's fair to say. This guy like he's 23. Like that's what I don't understand. People want to talk about him like he's 23 when he's not.
I just think like Scott, I understand what you're saying. I understand when you explained me the A and B. I understood what you're saying, but I don't think that's age and direct replacement. I seriously don't think it's the reason how we bought him. I really don't think that's how it is. That's all. Especially that's even Tuchel signing. So that's even more. Tuchel wanted a younger defender because he needs to be a more powerful, a more physical presence, which Koulibaly still has. But to change from that to another, it's like I have a hard time to go all the way back to what you're saying.
Okay,
like,
Alex,
I'm concerned.
What you're saying is that like there's no like for like replacement for any player.
Exactly, there's never such a thing. It's a like for like replacement.
That's fine, but we got the best that was available, and I still think he's going to be good. I do. I just, dude, form is permanent. Form is temporary. You know the problem with fans, especially Chelsea fans, is that if a guy has got a couple bad weeks, he's all of a sudden a bad player. And I'm sorry, but I'm never going to allow myself to be that naive. Form is temporary. Class is permanent. This is a class player. He will come good. We just need to give it a little bit more time instead of writing off coaches and players and formations and systems and points of emphasis just when there's a couple bad weeks. All right, we need to stop being so reactionary. We need to stop being so childish.
No, Scott is right to have some concerns because the mistakes that he make, you will look like there was a young kid making a mistake.
That's fair.
That's not 31 years old mistakes.
Yeah.
That's a young
That's
thing.
why I don't look at this like, oh, it's a gender or anything. No, I see where Scott's coming from.
No, exactly. I see what you're saying, but I think it's the moments. Another thing, there is a big thing that people don't understand. Any partnership on the field, it's built by playing together more.
Yeah.
I don't think he had that partnership. First of all, he had a couple of times when he started, then he got injured because he was on form in the beginning. Then he got injured. Then he stopped, and what's his name? When Potter coming in, he played him, he played him, he even not. You see what I'm saying? So it became of balance, and I know for a fact that the more you play with specific defender, you will be a better as a partnership. Some of his mistakes is between understanding, especially the goal against what was it in Championship League? Remember when Fofana and him went for the ball? And that's the thing that you will learn with the more time you play with your defenders, because you know for which one you should go, for which one he should go. I agree with I understand what Scott's saying, but I don't agree with everything. But I understand it.
Yeah. It took a long time to get to that point, but I hear you, Alex, and I'm actually with you, buddy.
Especially to defend is more than just defenders. It's a midfield involved in defending too.
I agree about that. Yeah, I agree about that.
Yeah.
I will say as well, like, I go back on something I said, like, I'm not saying he's a direct replacement. I think I need to know that because he wasn't. I admit he wasn't. He was a replacement for Rudiger. But by necessity, he's going to end up becoming Silva's replacement if he retires. Just purely based on the fact, when I say replacement as well, I'm not saying like for like player. I'm talking about he's going to be the guy that has to marshal the back line just out of necessity. And I don't know whether right now what I see, I'm not confident that he can do that to even anywhere near the same level that Silva can. Forget the actual ability to defend. Forget everything else.
Big shoes to fill, Scott. Silva level.
It is, but like I'm aiming for that level of player. Like I want that level of player. Like I know it is a big kind of huge skill, but I want that level of player. And when I see players come into the league, you know, whether that's straight away like Martinez or players that have had time in other leagues, and other teams like Cuba, when Romero to an extent that he's been kind of bad recently, but it's like I see those guys come in and it hits straight away, and you can see that even though there's a few things they might lack in certain areas, there's certain things they've got that I see in Silva. Like the sort of intangible stuff I see in them that I also see in Silva. And I see Koulibaly from the looks of things, at least now, doesn't have it. I don't know whether he can. That sort of stuff, I don't know whether he's going to be able to pick up come the time that we need him to once Silva leaves. Depends how long Silva stays for as well. That is kind of.
I think he's gone.
If he decides to stay another year, if he decides to stay another year, then all of my concerns are like
no.
You don't need to worry about, because then we've got him for another year. I think
about if we sign Guardiola?
I think he's leaving this year because I think he like, as much as I like Thiago Silva to stay for another year, Potter is the manager. Like, I'm telling you, man, I'm figuring out this manager. He's gonna build the team of young players. I'll slap the shit out of your process, man.
I also think on a personal level, I think I can see Silva wanting to do what Fernandinho's done, where like you play in Brazil for like a year, you go back and play for like your hometown club.
Yeah. That's what I think he's gonna do.
So I think he'll do that, and I'd love him to stay next year. And if he does stay next year, then all my concerns are like null, because then we'll have another year to sort this out, and hopefully Koulibaly then has another year.
What if we sign Guardiola?
No, but
Guardiola
again.
Who's Guardiola?
As in Vardio. Again, you can't expect.
Alex, you're bad for that. Alex, you're bad for that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be the one to make fun of somebody's accent.
The thing with Vardio, right, is it's the same thing I said about Fofana earlier. It's if he has a Saliba where he comes in and literally he's incredible and he's that leader and everything, fine. You can't expect that of him though. Like you can't expect him to come in and do that at like 2021. Like that's unrealistic to expect a young centre back to do that. If it happens, good, like it's a positive. But you cannot have the expectations on him to do that.
Aren't we re-signing Thiago? I thought that was a thing.
Oh yeah, in fact,
not too sure.
Koulibaly wasn't the best defender last year in the Serie A. It was.
You said it was Bremer.
Yeah, it's Bremer.
Yeah, I think he actually won the award for it as well. But yeah, he was up there. He's always been up there.
I don't think it was.
The thing with Bremer, though, I will say as well, from people who watched him, Bremer's got the same thing in terms of like, he's got the same thing Rudiger had in terms of the being rash, in terms of stepping out unnecessarily and like being really dumb in terms of, or like not dumb.
What Koulibaly does something now.
Kind of, yeah, but it's like he'd step out for like no reason, or he would literally dive into challenges. Like from people who watched him more,
that's the three at the back. That's the three at the back system. It's actually to help the defender midfielder like Jorginho. You have to step up and try to get the forward all the way high up the pitch so he will not get a touch. That's the three at the back, and I think Koulibaly struggles with that. I think he's the four and the back player.
Well, reports are coming out that we are looking to play a 4-3-3. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean,
I actually think we're better as a defense, even with four at the back.
It's a traditional formation, you know. And
I'm saying like we're defending better as the four at the back.
No, I'm with you, better. Alex. I agree with you.
What's our back four if we play 4 back?
Thiago Silva and Chalobah.
I was going to say, if you're talking
Fofana.
Yeah. No, if you're talking right now,
I'm saying like last time we played 4 at the back, it was Thiago Silva and Chalobah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I was going to say, if you're talking right now in terms of who's the most quote unquote in form, obviously I know we've had the World Cup, so that's a bit skewed. But if you go back before the World Cup, if you're talking who's the most in form, it's Reece, Chalobah, Silva,
Lewis.
And then I'd make the case for Cucurella. He's not a fucking left back, man. I'd make the case for Cucurella, but I could hear the case be made for Chilwell on the other side as well.
I have to ask you this because I am going to push back because I do not like this player. Do you trust Do you trust Trevor Chalobah? Really?
Yes.
Do you really trust?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
I
completely
disagree with you. Completely disagree. That's fine, though. We can disagree.
I think Scott said it the right way because you asked the wrong question. Do you trust Chalobah to go through 48 games a season as a youngster to be a starter as a center back? I think that's the kind of question you should ask.
Well, I think
it's between him and Fofana.
I think
the thing is, I was going to say, like long term, I do think it's probably like Fofana should take his place in the team. But as I said, if I'm going off like right now,
right now he showed the best defensive skills.
Yeah, I say right now Fofana's injured, and even when he's back, like Chalobah's been better than him. I know Fofana obviously didn't have that many games, but Chalobah has been solid. Like, he's been absolutely solid. And he's shown it in the
Big up
past as well.
Chalobah.
Last season, half a season where he was keeping AC out of the team. Like, and AC had the season before that had a brilliant season. So it's like, if he can do that, and he had multiple, I think, or at least one or two, I think, nominations for Player of the Month, or one Player of the Month, I think. One of the two, I can't remember. Andrew knows the stat with Player of the Month and whatnot. For,
I think that's two.
Another thing, we keep coming back to the same situation. A new manager is playing with the different kinds. Like, he keeps constantly doing the changes. Does not allow to partnerships to be created. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard to say right now. As the way we played in the last 3 games, yeah, Chalobah is one of definitely the ones that played better in defense, to be fair.
I was going to say, and the fact, I agree with like what Jay said, like, you can argue Chalobah's been our best defender this season. The fact you can even make that argument says a lot.
Yeah.
The fact you can make that argument is massive credit to him.
It's based on it's based on that the players that we have, some of them are injured, so it's not like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's he plays a lot because the injuries, but he actually shows that he's capable of doing it.
Yeah, it's not a Dave situation where Dave plays because it's a necessity, and it's like you can see it's like we have to help him through games. Chalobah hasn't had to have help. He's performed. He's shown why he's like deserves a place in the squad. He's shown that he deserves to be starting. And until that goes wrong, I see no reason why he should come out.
You guys are just playing prisoner of the moment, because I remember a ton of mistakes that Chalobah has been responsible for over the past couple of years.
Name them.
Well,
name
yeah,
them.
definitely,
me?
yes.
Name them. Name them all.
I am not going to do homework for you, dude.
There's like two or three direct penalty involvement for him.
Yeah, I ain't going to fucking jump for you either. If you don't believe me, go and watch
I am shocked that he didn't get no penalty calls against them last season
Liverpool
for 3 games in a row.
Alex, Liverpool game, perfect example.
I was going to say there was
clear penalty. It was a clear penalty.
Do what?
Okay.
What'd you say, Scott?
I say the Newcastle game. I can't remember whether it was given or not against St. Maximin.
No, there was no penalties given
not
against them.
Oh, okay, because there was no one.
But
he
yeah,
had
but
bad
he was
moments. I still maintain that.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Look, players grow to get experience, and I think that's probably the reason why we like Chalobah is a good defender. He's too young, but he's a good defender.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
He's not that young anymore. He's turning 24 this year.
No, that's young, fam. That's young in football speak, and especially for centre back speak. That's young.
I know Pokudoku 17 is too old for you, but shit.
Hey, that was unnecessary.
Oh, fucking hell, bro.
That joke banged.
Well, spread it and be prepared to receive it. It's coming.
Huh? Pause.
On a side note, talking about Senegalese players that play for Chelsea, Mendy is
Mendy. Oh dear.
Well, that's the
problem. This dude, man.
We can all agree on that.
I don't think it was that bad today.
Like, I feel for this guy. Like, you.
But let's be real. None of the goals were his fault.
Has he been good?
Done better.
The first one, he could
never. Hey, Poku. Never mind about like this game. This tournament, has he been good?
Well, he was poor in the first game, I think.
No. Yes or no?
Not you think he was poor.
Okay,
he has been poor. Cool.
But
like,
he's just low in confidence.
Yeah, but we're all nearly coming up to. We're coming up to nearly. When was the AFCON final? Was that January or was that February?
January, like probably February. February, yeah.
February. In 2 months' time, then it will be a year since he's lost confidence. Like, at what point do you accept that he's not? Like, it's sad and it sucks because I want him to do well, but like. It's just not happening, fam. He needs to go to somewhere else where he can build that confidence again. Because right now it's not happening. It's just not. And he's not.
Fair,
and the thing is, as well, he's never going to get that chance. once Kepa, like it again, it's annoying to say, and I'll hold my hand up and say I was wrong when I said this to Matt and the others. Like when I said that Kepa was never going to be
Matt has a reaction.
Yeah, I was going to say Kepa was never going to be first choice at Chelsea again. Hey, I was wrong. I hold my hands up and say I was wrong. But as soon as Kepa's fit, Mendy loses all chance. Yeah, but like as soon as Kepa's fit and back, like Mendy loses all chance to regain that confidence.
So Lewis,
I do not agree with that super chat whatsoever.
Yeah,
it looks like you wanted headbutt Henderson.
He was just going to make the most out of that. Like, Bellingham had a great game, but I don't think that ain't going to make much.
Bellingham's the truth, man.
He's unbelievable.
Oh my God, the kid just said he's the truth.
Nah,
the truth of what?
It's just a phrase, man. It's just a phrase. Come on.
The earth is flat. The earth is flat. That's the truth.
Water's wet.
Yeah, imagine. No, do you know what I was thinking? Yeah, imagine a young midfield. Just imagine this, yeah. So you have Rice at the base, yeah. Just anchoring everything. You have Bellingham, yeah. And you have Mount. Just think about that.
Fuck off. On a real, I kick him out of the stream, fam.
Yeah, all I can say is like, are we trying to get ourselves
that midfield is
English
a Premier
international team?
No, it's not.
Hold on a second.
That midfield is
are we trying to
midfield is salmonella poisoning?
No. Are we trying to get English international in one team at Chelsea?
Don't interrupt.
We look for Pickford, did we? We get Pickford, we get Rice, we get all the Englands.
Hey, point 44. You're right, bro. I just didn't want to say it. That's an insult to football, fam. That midfield is an insult to football.
Yeah, Mason Mount stinks.
But people need to understand as well, and this is not, if you know me, you know I'm obviously not saying I don't want Bellingham because of this reason. To those that like Mount, if Bellingham comes, he's taking Mount's position.
For sure.
Facts.
For sure.
Now you put
if anyone watched the game tonight and thinks that Mount and Bellingham are going to play in the midfield together, you're smoking.
Of course they can.
No, they can't. No, they can't. Everything Bellingham does well is in the final third. So is Mount going to be the
Barack Obama?
guy?
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
He's a truth, man.
Yeah. Hey, Lewis, I got a question for you because it's pertinent to this midfield thing. Look, and it's part of your fucking title here in N'Golo Kante leaving in Chelsea. Look, man, I'm not like a huge Rice fan. It does look like we are going to buy Rice.
Yeah. Let's see that.
The guy's about to have erections over here.
Someone said it, innit?
What do you mean about to?
Lots of people have said it.
Yeah. You got even the announcers saying like, oh, man, it looks like he's going to go to Chelsea. It's starting to look like it, man.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it as long as the price tag isn't a fuck.
It's going to be 70 mil. Isn't that what the quote has been?
Yeah, what about the Mount
70 million
payment for Bellingham?
What?
What if we'll trade Mount for Bellingham?
That would involve the club wanting to get rid of him.
No, we can't do that. We can't do that.
Yeah, we can. That's an upgrade.
No. Chill out.
Scott, I just don't think we're getting Scott. I don't think we're getting both. It's going to be one or the
No,
other.
we're not. I don't think we are either. Like I maintain the idea Bellingham's not coming. And
no, I don't think he is either. He's really good.
I think he's going to Real Madrid or Man City.
I disagree. I maintain the idea. He's not going until next summer, like summer 2024 at the earliest, in my mind. Like no one's paying 130 mil for Bellingham. Like,
well,
I'm
that's
sorry,
Dortmund.
like,
nobody pays their release costs.
That's my point. And Dortmund are notoriously a club that are, when it comes to their top players, are notoriously difficult to negotiate with. Yes. So I think it's just
but we always drop the price at the end of the day.
They did not drop the price on Dembele. They did not drop it on Dembele.
I think they did from 180 to 150.
That's a lot of money.
But if Alex, with all the players that they dropped the price on, they waited a year to do it. Sancho, Dembele, I don't think they did. I could be wrong, but
no, they didn't wait on Dembele. Dembele, the year that he came out,
No, they didn't wait. But my point is, they didn't. I don't think they dropped the price, and if they did, I don't think it was by that much. They with the Haaland, they waited a year. With the Sancho thing, they waited a year. Like they'll just wait, and that's why I think they'll wait a year. He'll go in 2024 for like 90 to 100 mil maybe, and then so I think he'll stay an extra year personally. But yeah, like we're not getting Bellingham in my mind. I think we might get Rice. annoyingly.
I mean, Rice is a good player. Big him up, man. But
no, I won't. I won't big up a guy who wants to hide in a team when we're meant to play possession and our DM is going to end up hiding. Like he has to learn that quick. Like
yeah, hit the like, people, you lazy bastards.
Yeah, hit the fucking like button. Come on, man.
But like,
this Chelsea conversion rate.
He better learn, fam, because I don't care if he doesn't learn anything else if he joins us. Man has to show for the fucking ball more often. Jesus Christ, I hate seeing that out of a DM.
Scott,
I was watching Tuchemani today. I was watching Tuchemani.
Don't talk to me about Tuchemani, fam.
Oh my word! The guy was always running to be open for the players, no matter out of any kinds of situation. He always asks for the ball.
No, but one thing I like about Rice, which you can't discredit, he locks down everyone, man.
So does Kante.
He looks what?
Did he get done in by Weston McKennie a week ago?
No, don't watch that, buddy. He locks down people, man.
Hey, did he? Who was the Iranian midfielder that he locked down when he got nutmegged? Like, I forget about that. Sorry.
Scott is on one today, man.
Also, this is the biggest problem again. I go back to something when I was talking about Koulibaly and the hype. This is the biggest problem I have with Rice. People speak about him like he's on the level of a Rodri and a Casemiro. He's not, fam. He's not in that conversation.
He's not top 5 best DMs in the league.
Scott, who said anything about Rodri? Who said anything about Rodri, man? That's the best teammate in the world. Like he's not.
No, I know, but that's my point. Is like people speak. No, but that's my point. Is people speak on Rice like he is in that conversation when he has no right being in that conversation.
If the people that are saying that, those are people that shouldn't be listened to.
I agree, but he's a very good player. He's a very good player. There are certain things that he lacks, which when it comes to our team,
let me ask you a question.
Well, let the guy finish first, and then you can.
My bad.
And no, go ahead. Ask your question. I was waiting for you.
Would Rice start for this team right now if he was to sign today?
Yeah, yes. We got Jorginho in it.
Yes,
you just had to say that. Alex.
Hold on a second. He will be beside Jorginho, though.
No,
I was going to say
over.
He starts next to Jorginho.
No, he's not going to be over Jorginho. He's going to be beside Jorginho.
Yeah.
And even I say that with pain in my shoulder.
I'll be on best pivot.
No. It is what it is. He's the best one to get rid of to get the ball out of defense. If it wasn't for him, there's no link between the midfield and defense.
Do you know what would be a cold
pivot? So far, he's the one.
Imagine a Rice. Imagine a Rice and Chuck Chukwuemeka pivot.
That's fucking horrible.
I actually think Chukwuemeka is more like Bellingham.
Yeah, he is.
He's an advanced midfielder.
Bro, what are you on about the perfect pivot of what the
that's enough balance there.
No, it's not.
Is your right nut heavier than the left nut? Because I don't think you know what balance is.
I was going to say, bro, you don't know what the word balance means.
Let me land. You didn't let me finish. Let me explain.
Where are you, a pilot? Come on, land what? That's a terrible argument.
They both got high. They're both 6 foot. They got the physicality. They both have technical ability. They can both defend, pass the ball. They have everything, man.
This is not FIFA career mode. That doesn't work.
They have everything. What?
Did you say they can both defend?
Yeah, Chukwuemeka can defend.
He's an attacking mid.
I was going to say, at what point do you look at? Sorry, at what point do you look at Carney? Because I'm not saying his last name.
He's a box-to-box mid.
Carney, I agree, but he's too young. I want to see him a couple of times for the first team. So don't. Carney is the same as Chukwuemeka. I thought you took.
Yeah, I can't really say his last name, and I'd rather not butcher it.
Chukwuemeka. So, for example, look, little boy. Let me tell you something. I know, even though, well, he is a little boy. He's like 14.
I'm 25.
Yeah, sure.
There's no way you're older than me. There is no fucking way you're.
Let me tell you. I agree with you. He could do a good job and decent in defense with Jorginho. But why would I put him there if his best ability is higher upper midfield?
You wouldn't.
Who are we talking about?
Carney.
Oh, for fuck's sake. The player that you brought into the conversation.
Focus.
Your name should be Focus Pocus.
Fucking hell,
What the fuck, Alex?
Oh my
Hey, that one kind of got me. I can't lie. That one kind of got me.
That is a
I
new
got that
one, buddy.
mate, still. That was good.
Jesus, man.
Like,
You
know,
asking for those, Pokudoku. You're literally asking for them.
That is
Ain't the
that
first
is
time
good
he's done it
stuff.
to himself.
Hey, Lewis, are we getting rid of Jorginho and Kante or not?
Probably.
By the looks of it, I think we
Probably.
are.
Yeah, me too.
Look,
And
I'm
so
telling
we
you,
need to rebuild.
this PE teacher is only gonna buy young players and
I'm
only
s-
gonna
I'm-
resign young players.
Trust the
I
process.
promise you.
I can't lie. I'm still
Believe
really just not sure about the idea of getting rid of like all of the old midfielders, because that just having the old midfielders makes sense, not to start but to help bed the other guys in. Like you see how Real Madrid are doing it, and they're going about it the right way. Like you don't
Dude,
just
I don't think they're paying Modric and Cruz what Kante and Jorginho want. It is a money thing. It is a salary thing.
No, I get it, but like I don't think it's a salary thing personally with either. Well, with
No,
certainly with
I
Kante.
don't think
Jorginho-
everything is salary either.
No, I think
I think it's
Jorginho might be,
trust. I think it's what's his name? Trust. What's his face? What's his name? Trust from PE teacher. I think that's what I think he does.
Graham Potter.
The thing is, the Kante one I can understand. The Kante one I do understand only because of the injuries. Like the fact that this guy's played barely any games this year in comparison to what he should have played, and I'm talking about the calendar year. Like he has barely played since January. It feels like.
Would you guys take Caicedo over Jorginho?
Who?
They're not the same. They're not the same
Moise
position.
Caicedo.
They're not the same
Oh.
profile. They're not the same
Yeah.
position. Like
He's a Kante replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't a Jorginho replacement.
Like I said, like I said, Scott thinks that you still think that we're going for every direct replacement to the players.
it's not direct
I don't
replacement. It's
believe
certain
it.
attributes. It's certain attributes they have, and the biggest thing, like it's the same thing what I just mentioned with Rice in terms of the DM that I want. Number one, I don't see Caicedo as a DM. That's the thing. I don't see him as
that's the okay.
because I think when you notice when he plays for Ecuador, Mendes, because he's more of a defensive player when he plays in the MLS. When he plays, because he doesn't play that often, he's more of the defensive player there, so he plays more defensively for Ecuador, and Caicedo is the box-to-box dude. And that's how I see him playing. That's how I see him playing more for us. And with the DM, it's the biggest thing for me is what I was mentioning with Rice is I don't really care who we buy. The one attribute they have to have, which Jorginho has and Kovacic has as well.
Availability for the defenders.
Yes. Is always showing for yourself and demanding the ball even when you might be under a little bit of pressure. It's the single biggest thing I dislike about Rice is the fact he doesn't do that.
Exactly.
It's the
But
single-
Scott, you
Right.
say you don't care who we buy, but you have a lot of opinions on any player that we're mentioning. So I'd like to know, put your name on it. Who do you want to buy?
Enzo.
Fair enough. He's awesome.
Enzo Fernandez.
And the reason,
Benfica.
Carlito,
But
the reason I say I don't care.
as a partnership, I think it's a still think as a partnership in defense.
Actually, also, there's two other players I've just thought of that I would take as well in terms of to quote unquote replace Jorginho. Number one is Frankie de Jong if you can find the right guy to partner him with.
Yeah, baby.
Or Neves.
Mhm.
The
I like
biggest
all
thing
three
is
of them.
when I say as well, like I don't care who we buy, like that's a bit of hyperbole on my part just to be in terms of like we could go and get someone that is completely out of left field and I don't really know much about, and I'd be a bit confused at first. But if I watch him and I can see he's got the attribute of he will always show for the ball, he'll come like deep to receive it, he doesn't mind receiving under pressure. Cool, I can forget about everything else because I can see because he's got that, I know he's gonna be a like helpful going forward. It's why I do like Benacer because he has that as well. Even though there's certain things about Benacer,
I think
when we played AC Milan, like that, there was a few things that were a bit questionable. He always showed for the ball. He always wanted the ball no matter what, and I love that about the
the DMs I like are different to yours, bro. I like the big DMs, you know, the big ones.
Of course you do. Now,
Let me finish. I like the two physical midfielders who just shut down.
Jesus.
You just can't get past them. It's impossible.
Hey, if you're watching out of context, Lewis G, clip that, please, bro. Just clip that. I like clip
Oh
ones.
my
Just clip
gosh.
that,
Are
please.
you out of context, Lewis G. Lewis? Is that your burner account?
No, Lewis barely can make his own stream, man. He's
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Man.
fucking Christ. I like
Yeah.
big ones.
Lewis is Jorginho of the streams, man.
I like DMs. I like imposing DMs. You're gonna shut down all offenses. That's what I like.
Yeah. But we move. Enough of
Where are we moving?
enough of Pocodoco sexual tensions around here.
Fuck
But
that.
look,
Right. Dyke says Lewis agent JT trying to bring Jude Bellingham to Chelsea. I haven't seen what he said, but yeah, shit. There's going to be plenty of other clubs interested.
I think
get in
it's-
line, dude. Get in line.
I think.
Go on.
Go ahead. No, read it.
Who's best out of Dumfries, Gusto, Frimpong, and Kyle Walker-Peters? I haven't researched the middle two. Fucking Inter Milan fans want to get rid of Dumfries at any cost, so I don't know what to say about him. Walker-Peters would be nice depth. Be good depth.
I was going to say, from the ones I've seen, Walker-Peters, again, like you said, looks nice depth.
Jeremy Frimpong, he's a baller.
These are all left field things. I think you're trying to make the most obscure players.
Jeremy, the problem with Jeremy Frimpong, if we get him, it necessitates sticking with a back three because he's more of a wing back. Because like defensively, he's a bit suspect. Malo Gusto, I've seen nothing of, but I've heard really good things. And then Dumfries is the same problem with what's his face, Frimpong, where it's like he's good going forward, but like you mentioned in terms of what you saw on the Reddit, Lewis, like defensively, he can be a bit of a bozo at times, and he looks a bit stiff as well.
Wait, who's the right back from? Remember when we played Middlesbrough last season? Like,
Jed Spence.
No, not Jed Spence.
Jesus Christ.
It's like Eliza Jones.
Oh, shut up, lad.
What are you doing?
I'm not saying Middlesbrough players. What's wrong
The
with you?
thing is, bro, when I thought he was talking, like, because I forgot Jed Spence wasn't even playing for Middlesbrough. He was on loan from Middlesbrough to Nottingham Forest, I think. Like I thought you were talking about Jed Spence. I almost was going to say that's a decent shout, and then man started talking about some other dude I've never. I was like, oh.
I've forgotten the guy's name already, bruv. What's wrong with you?
I don't even know what he's called.
Yeah, for whatever his name.
Don't disrespect my championship though. Ballers have come from that league.
I didn't say they are.
The guy you mentioned.
Oh, damn it, Tua.
Wait, what do you say?
Who was that guy you mentioned?
I forgot, but I think it's like Jones.
You forgot. You just said it a minute ago.
I don't watch Middlesbrough like week in, week out, but I remember watching him one time. He looked cold.
What, from one game?
He looked cold, yeah.
From one game.
Is he like a big and strong the way you like it or no?
Nah, he's more of like a slender fast.
To be fair, to take it something more serious, on Frimpong, he played right back for Celtic, so I think he can play right back. It's just
he can, but like most of the season, he's been playing right wing back.
Defensively, quite suspect, and I think it'll just take a bit of time to get used to that.
Hey,
Look,
Scott, I want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Guys, as someone that did play these positions, I have to say, wing back versus right back, it's not like these guys can't do both. It's the easiest position. Scott, it's the easiest position on the field. By far, outside back and outside wing back are the easiest
Right, well, fullbacks.
Yes, it is.
Usually wing backs. I will disagree with you on that. Usually wing backs are better coming from the wingers because you play wing backs because of their most of the better qualities up top than in the back because the three defense. So it depends.
No. Look, I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but I'm also saying like, if a guy plays right back, that doesn't mean he can't play.
Yeah.
Back. Of course he can. It's not that hard. These guys are footballers, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm just more looking at how they are then when they play. So if they're used to playing wing back, when they're playing right back, are they going to defend in the same way? Are they going to?
Yeah,
like,
Dumfries is not a great defender. Denzel Dumfries is not a great defender.
That's the biggest thing for me is Dumfries and Frimpong are both not the best defenders. And so I wonder if they then play fullback, how much of an effect is that going to have? Are they then going to be a liability defensively? Like we've seen Trent.
Yeah, it's like Hakimi, right? Oh, perfect example. Trent, right? Great going forward, great passer of the ball, very skilled, great vision. The worst defender in England. All right, you cannot be that deficient in the most important part of the position. You just can't.
I'm hearing the streets say. The streets are saying that we're keeping close eyes on
What
Liverpool.
the fuck? The streets at 14 years old.
Streets. Man said
Streets. Man said
Jesus.
the streets.
We're talking concrete here.
You're
Asphalt?
also can I just say we're talking about a guy that he's not played, has he, since his injury? Like he's not back yet, is he? Or has he played?
No,
He hasn't played yet.
Cool. So we don't even know what type of player we're getting, like when he comes back.
Yeah, I mean, same for Valentino Livramento. Same for a couple others that we've been looking at. I mean, got to be sure
Livramento is a shot. We can get him back for 40 mil.
Well, 100%. I mean, we could get him back.
25.
It's 40.
Okay, thank you. 25.
It's 40.
Yeah, I know that, but I just want to stop. It's no point to argue.
He's really good, but Alex is another one that's just injured, right? I mean, it's serious.
Yeah. Definitely. But he should come back now and start playing. So I'm not saying for right now.
Summer.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about right backs. Recently, the under-21s have been training with the first team. There's a couple of right backs.
Man. Why do you want?
He's literally laughing when he's saying it. He knows that.
Genuine question. Like, why do you want a team for youth prospects who are all like 20 and under?
Nah, I do. But I'm just saying.
He's like, I do.
You're worse than dude. You're worse than Sadiq with the trolling.
Meanwhile, he's holding a fucking Mendeledo under 15s Chelsea shot in his back pocket.
Wait, about Giroud, do you know he was trained with the first team?
Who?
He trained with the first team, I think, a couple of days ago.
Yeah, who?
I'm not too surprised because like he's had a bit of hype around his name the last week.
Yeah, I know. I told you.
Fucking 15-year-old Tudor Mendeledo.
I'm telling you guys, young Hudson-Odoi. Keep your eyes out.
Oh my God, no!
Yo, stop hyping up these youngers, man. Chill out.
I said young Hudson-Odoi, bro. If that's the prime we're looking for, then fucking hell, we're in the mud.
Lewis,
We have the book needs to be closed on Hudson-Odoi and hit you with that book because it's done. The book is closed and
Hudson-Odoi?
He's terrible.
We'll see.
Young Odoi, it's like he's old now.
I've already seen. He's 24. I've already seen.
He's 22. He's chill out. Chill out. He's 22.
Sucks.
He's 22. Chill out.
Oh, I am not going to chill out because I'm tired of this nonsense.
Kai, the only way you can get in this stream if you put the shirt on.
Someone check his hard
To
drive.
be fair, right? I do like Hudson-Odoi, but like Victor mentioned, we need to stop. Like, I like Hudson-Odoi. You don't see me coming on stream every single time and hyping this dude up to be the next fucking Mbappe or something.
Do I?
Yes, the way you're talking about it, like,
You just said a 15-year-old was going to be the next Hudson-Odoi. Like, that's a good thing right now.
I was going to say, like, Hudson-Odoi's done something. Like,
I didn't say that.
Bro, he just did.
No, see, you don't listen.
Do you have short-term memory or something, my friend?
He has a brain of the goldfish, man.
Let me tell you
You are
guys.
a walking don't smoke weed advert.
He literally has a brain of the goldfish. Like, are you a character on Finding Nemo?
You make me want to put down this.
As Dory.
Are
you Dory? I'm gonna call you Dory.
Alex, he's the turtle that's stoned all the time.
No, he can be. He's 14.
Oh my God.
I'm 19 in it, but like I said.
Wait, you said 20? You said 23.
Oh, you got caught him alive.
This guy.
I don't know where this is from, but I said he reminds me of a young Hudson-Odoi. Not he is. It's a big difference.
Oh, this guy's a
So he
dating app
reminds
lying
me of a
about his
shitty
age.
player.
Sorry, people be careful. He's on dating app lying about his age. That's crazy.
No, young Hudson-Odoi was not a bad player. Let's not do this. But
Not saying that. He's saying you're lying about your age, bro.
He still lives on that hype as a young Hudson-Odoi. He still lives on that hype.
Well, yeah, it's unfortunately. He's 22. Why are we adding?
He's 22.
Bro, we're still living off fucking 18, 19.
18 years, yeah.
Forest highlights, bro.
Lewis, every time I come on this fucking channel, we always eventually end up at Callum Hudson-Odoi. Gotta stop that. We gotta stop that.
It's either him, Mount, or Jorginho.
To this though, with Hudson-Odoi, I've kind of moved on from it. I don't really like
It does not sound like it, dude. It does not sound like you moved on.
No, I don't think that bandage is ripped completely.
No, I still have hope in it, but like, you know, I'm kind of
glad you said hope. I thought you were gonna say
stocks,
something different than hope.
My stock's somewhere else.
Hey, Lewis, I got one for you, buddy. How about that addition by subtraction today with the England team not starting Mount, and all of a sudden you guys look unbelievable?
Big fucking facts, bruv. Hey, Mount cannot start that France game because when we get knocked out, he's the scapegoat immediately. So you put.
I actually agree. I don't want him to start.
Don't start him, bruv, for his own sake.
Because if he would, and they lose. No, my God, he will kill that.
Have to be his fault.
Hear this. The reason why I think Mount's gonna play because with Mount's energy, I think he's the only person in the squad who can keep up to
the only people.
That is not true. He's
the only people.
Hang on. Can you say the last bit again? Because I've missed it. He's the only person with his energy to do what?
No, he said he's the only people.
Yeah, I heard that. But he's the only person with the energy to do what?
Wait, hold on. I said he's the only person.
Who you call people?
What are you on about? Fucking hell!
I actually want to hear what
your younger brother is here.
I'm sorry, it's not.
I want to hear what his point was. I want to hear what his point was so I can break it down.
I said my idea is to why I think Mount's gonna play is with his energy and his work rate.
Shut up, man. Let him finish his fucking point.
So I can tell you. Yeah, so let me go back from the top. My idea is to why I think Mount's gonna start is his energy and his work
so many
rate.
Jokes coming.
It's the only thing that can neutralize the left wing and the right wing for France. And you know who that is.
Neutralize the left and the right wing. Do you think this is prime Kante to be in two places at once?
Sorry. Sorry, Poku. So I've got one question to ask. So you want our number 10? You want our number 10 to be a guy who's. I need to understand this. My brain hurts. You want the guy to be playing number 10 against France to be the person who is going to help defensively the left and right back. Please explain to me.
No.
How the fuck that works.
Mason Mount will be played as a box midfielder, not an attacking midfielder.
Cool. Do you understand football? Who normally helps the left and right back defensively?
I got one more thing to say, Lewis, before I leave, and I will leave. But motherfucker, Father, you need to pay the $100 and get this guy off the street. He would give an aspirin a headache. This guy is ridiculous.
Man, rough. You spin my head right round, fam. Fucking hell.
He's a false 10.
I've never heard those two words.
He's a number 10 off the shoulder drifting roaming player, bruv. It is what it is. It is what it is.
You're not serious,
man.
But I'm saying
you missed the best off context, Lewis, man. You missed it, man.
But what?
You missed the best out of context, Lewis.
You guys been lying about his age,
No. Before you came.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, when Mount and Rice locked down Mbappe and Dembele, uncomfortable conversations.
Wait, what did you just say? Wait, what did you say?
Say that again. No. Say that again.
Why would Mount be right beside Rice?
Said,
say that whole thing again.
I said, when Declan Rice and Mason Mount, and obviously, because it's a team game. But when they look down, Dembele and Mbappe, it's going to be uncomfortable times.
You're on another level of stupid. You know that.
Wait. Did you smoke before you joined the street?
No, he can't. He's 14, man.
No, I'm just trying to understand. Just from a purely positional basis, how the fuck are you expecting the number 10 and the DM to lock down the two wingers, fam? Isn't that the fullback's job?
I'm telling you, you didn't listen to me. Mount
you're right. I didn't listen to you because this is a dumbass conversation.
Mount's not going to play as a 10. He's going to play as an 8.
Why would Mount do that?
Hey, cool.
Can Mount not play as an 8?
Let's go to your weird fantasy. Okay, in what world is the 8 and the 6 locking down the two fucking wingers, bro? That's not their job.
They cover the space.
It's a Carl Walker.
It's called doubling up.
It's a Carl Walker. What are you about?
Come on, guys, let him land. Let him land, people. Let him land.
I should let him land. He's nuts,
Let him
bro.
land, man. Let him land. Let him land.
That's Walker's job. Fucking hell.
What do you mean? It's called doubling up. You double up on the threat.
I think the best thing he can do as a landing, he can work as the air defense for the Ukraine.
That's
That's the only thing he can.
Goku, do you know who does the doubling up? The fucking wingers, bro. That's who does the doubling up.
See, Scott, this is what you don't think of your head. Because when Mount doubles up, he wins the ball back, and then we have a counter attack.
Yeah, don't forget, guys. Mount has the highest reception between the midfield and the attack. It's invaluable, bro. Goals and assists, fuck all that. How many times can you successfully press a player over 90 minutes? That's what really matters.
Remember after that Matt laughing, he never
Hey,
started
did you
the
see
game.
Matt Law? The nerve to complain about Koulibaly's passing when you stand Mason Mount. It's a madness. It's a fucking madness, bro.
Yeah, like
you put a tweet out saying Koulibaly's passing, bro. Like you didn't write fucking dissertations over Mason Mount being a good player because he fucking makes the most presses and has distance covered.
Quick question: has a Chelsea player ever three-peated Player of the Year?
If he does,
they won't. They won't.
I was going to say if he does, this club needs burning, fam. Burn it and start from the ground up.
If he does, that's the last time I ever take that award seriously. And I didn't even take it seriously last year. Fuck all that, bro.
Three-peat season.
What? Three-peat season, bro. How many goals?
Yes.
How many assists? In how many games?
Don't worry, we'll be back. We'll be back.
Expected presses per game. Is that
Three-peating being the worst player in the team, that would be impressive, to be fair.
If you win Player of the Year, you're not the worst player of the team. On the team.
If he wins it this year, then
I don't know how that
like
works.
like Lewis said, if he wins it this year, it's a joke, and I don't take it seriously anymore. He's probably the worst player in our team right now.
Bust it up differently, man. How the fuck did you fraud that award?
I don't understand this logic. You can't win Player of the Year without being the best player of the year.
Yes, you can because it's a fan.
Yes, you can. Ask Foden. Ask Foden.
It's a fan vote, bro.
It's literally voted by season ticket holders.
I was going to say also, Luke Shaw won Man United's Player of the Season like 2 or 3 years ago, bro. Yes, it means fuck all.
Right after Mourinho called him fat bastard.
And it wasn't even. It wasn't even. I don't even think it was the year everyone was calling him Shawberto Carlos. It was the year before that. It wasn't even his good year.
Feels very low.
At least with Luke Shaw, you know how to get the best out of him. Just give him some competition and he'll wake up. Mason Mount, like, I don't know what we do with this guy right now. He's just not clicking. Not clicking.
Don't worry.
Is Johnny streaming the role since not playing in the World Cup?
No, he streamed yesterday. Something about, I don't know, mountains, Georgina, and all that. I don't know. I forgot what it was about. I don't remember.
This guy thinks that the two pivot can stop Mbappe. That's the
Usama Legwami comment explains exactly why.
Most of the fans have Poku IQ, it's possible.
Exactly.
You're not wrong, bro.
No, but that's to say they use logic. They just picked it because he was their favorite player. I like Mount. Let me give him the award. It's not like Thiago Silva's been.
If James wasn't injured, he would have won it. But James was injured for the long
If
time.
buts and maybes, man, come on. What are you doing?
like Rudy was playing.
Talking about if buts and baby and babies, you were the baby one over here.
Yeah, and if Mason Mount played today, it wouldn't be coming home. But we move.
Nah,
you see how much better England play without Mason Mount on the pitch.
When Mason Mount came on the pitch, like you see that, that's what
he did nothing, bro. He completed his Apple Watch rings.
We got worse.
No.
He's fallen players a lot lately. He fouls players a lot lately. Like he makes stupid fouls a lot lately.
That's his defensive work rate right there.
Yeah.
At least he's getting there and he's making passes.
Hey,
in the eyes of the monkeys are gazelle. Good hell, yeah. That is that is ridiculous, bruv. Hey, as long as Mount don't start Saturday, it's fine.
He's just garbage.
And if you are a Mount fan, you shouldn't want him to start on Saturday for your own boy's sake.
I don't want Mount.
Your own boy's sake.
Nah,
If you want
will
Mason Mount to start, you're not. You are an enemy of Mason Mount.
He will get scapegoat. It'll be Southgate. It'll be Southgate.
It will not be Southgate.
Yes, it will. Because I'll tell you why. Because
people already tried the narrative of if only Mason Mount played today, he might have got some GNA. No, people aren't.
I'm gonna tell you why, Luke. I'm gonna tell you why. Because my
prediction. I'll tell you what. By the way,
what my sources have told me is that Southgate's gonna go back to
sources. What's your source?
Trust me, bro. I'll tell you what, though.
Right here.
I'm telling you now, by the way, if Mount tried to play that pass that Foden played for Kane's goal, he's breaking both knees.
You think that ball just isn't bouncing out for a throw-in, bro, because he ain't overhit it again?
Come on, what are we doing now?
He had that same pass to make. Remember that pass against Brighton he fucked up?
Guys, let's not do this, man.
He literally had the same pass to make.
Mount's having a poor season, but his passing range is better than Foden's. Let's not do this.
No, it's not.
Wait, what?
Let's not do this, man. Come on.
Wait. So,
I wish you'd switch your camera on for these opinions.
Let's not do this. Foden hype, man. Full Foden hype.
Yeah, because he's better than Mount.
Nah, I disagree. With that statement.
Mount can't lace the boots of Foden, Grealish, any of them, man.
Wait, hold on. Is this the same Foden that played in Champions League final?
I get that shit out of my screen, bro. Change that.
Scott,
the fucking disgrace.
Full Foden played the Champions League final because I know Mount did.
Is Liao can sing because of some?
No, that's a rapper. That's a rapper. That's a
silence.
That ain't Liao. That's not Liao.
Okay, because that's
Liao. I fell for that
confusing.
too. Yeah, Poku. What was the point you were trying to make?
I said I asked you guys a question. Did Foden play in the Champions League final? Because I know Mount did.
Foden did play in the Champions League final. He also just got locked up in the AC penitentiary.
Yeah, what did he do?
He got locked up, courtesy of my friend, right?
I know what Mount did. I know what Mount did in the final.
Yeah, overhit a pass, bro. That's what he did. Overhit a pass.
Don't tell me that we've had to fucking revert back to Champions League hype, man. I had enough of this.
That's the only thing.
Fine.
That's the only thing these Mount stands have.
Okay, cool. I'll give you some more evidence. Do you know? So, would you regard Messi as the best player ever?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, where do you say?
He's in my top three.
No, actually, ever no.
Ever.
Yeah, ever
no.
no.
You gotta remember the goal.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Hazard, big him up. But Messi said that Mason Mount's the truth. He didn't say that.
When did he say that?
Say those exact words. Did he say those exact words?
Where? Please send the link.
Search it up.
I ain't searching nothing.
It's on the internet.
No, hold on a second. What's your name? Pokudoku, whatever. Here's how real life works.
Lionel Messi has tipped Chelsea youngster Mason Mount to be one of the best should he fulfill his potential. Interesting last words.
What do you mean? Did he fulfill his potential?
Man's talking like he did anything. Like he said, if he fulfills his potential, like
no.
He said it's the truth.
Real recognizes real. That's what I need to say. Real recognizes real. That's what I need to say.
Oh man, did you ever?
You are an idiot, honestly, mate. I don't know where.
Oh
my God, Ram is alive.
Boku. Hey, like you've done fucked it because literally in the same article I found, he speaks about Foden as well, saying he will do amazing things in the game. He has huge talent. Hey, cool. So he speaks on both of them, bro. So what are you talking about? I'm talking about both of them.
Players, when people ask about players, what do you expect them to say? What do you expect people to say? What do you expect Messi to say? Oh, he's shit player.
What? No. Messi never got asked, is Mason Mount a good player?
So he just started the conversation about Mount for no reason.
Yes, he came out with that Mason Mount. It's the truth.
He's not Johnny. He is not Johnny to think about Mount.
So you're telling me
he has a beautiful wife with kids. There's no way that guy should think about Mount for no reason.
So you're telling me a random interview just asked Messi about Mason Mount?
Yeah,
They
that's
asked
how.
him-
What's
they
up?
asked
I
him
knew.
who- They asked him who was some of the best. They asked
I
him who was
couldn't.
some of the
Guys,
best.
I couldn't hear this.
I'm gonna mute it myself. Kai is here.
I couldn't.
They
Yeah,
asked,
I'm gonna
they
make
asked
myself as
him.
well.
Hang on. They asked him who are some of the best young prospects in the world, and he name checked Mount and Foden. So you did nothing with that. He still talked about Foden, bro. Like you did nothing.
Yeah, show me the article. Show me the article.
Search
First
up yourself,
of all,
bro. I ain't
First of all,
doing it for
first
you.
of all,
Search
you
up
don't need to
yourself,
show you
bro.
anything, bro. Mount didn't even start over fucking Henderson today, bro. In a crucial quarterfinal, man.
Tactical
That
reasons. Tactical reasons.
Literally tactical reasons.
No,
Yeah,
it's
because he's
shit.
shit. That's the tactical reason, bro. He was.
No,
Lewis,
Mount
you know
free,
you're
please.
gonna, Johnny's gonna blame you for letting people talk about Mount like this on your stream. He's gonna blame you.
That's fine. We like big up Johnny, but we ain't no echo chambers in here. Until Mason Mount shows some consistency, he's fucking shit.
No.
Simple as that.
Mount's got a
Second of
free
all,
pick
yeah.
this year. He's gonna be the first chosen.
Oh,
That's
no,
careful what you wish for.
Yes,
bro.
he is. Yes, he is.
No.
He's
Let
fucking-
Mason Mount 3P Player of the Year. I just won't take it seriously anymore. Simple
Yeah,
as
why
that.
not?
bro, how can you take it seriously
you want to
if it's
lick, yeah.
voted by a bunch of fucking alcoholics, bro? Of course they're gonna vote to the one white English player, bro. Of course they're gonna vote for him, man. They're drunk, man. Of course they're gonna do it, bro. It's like people, and you know what's crazy, Lewis? You know, tell me if I'm wrong, bro. Don't most of these fans like watch the game drunks? I dare one of these guys to watch Mount so sober, and they owe me an apology, bro. If they can watch Mount for 90 minutes this season, sober, and still tell me he's good after the fucking game,
Bro,
man. You know
Bro,
that
what do you
man.
think they've been watching Mount like at the World Cup and they're still saying he played well? They're watching him sober.
Yeah,
Matt
from
Law's
their
dropping
sofa, man.
articles about him sober.
Yeah, after that article, I haven't played the game, bro.
No, they can drink. They can drink at the World Cup. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Only
they
in
can, they can.
hospitality.
No, they can drink. I have a friend who went there to Qatar. There's a lot of bars who.
And go watch.
Okay, well, forget I said anything.
Yeah, there's it's
Turns out
it's
if
more
that's
of a
all
PR
waffle,
thing,
then
yeah.
they're getting alcohol like normal. Wow, they're just plainly chatting shit about Qatar. Say
Bro,
less.
but people are shameless, man. How can you use the player of the year as a fucking if it's voted by fans,
Hey,
bro?
they'll use anything. They'll use literally
like
anything.
even man of the matches. People using man of the matches like fucking how many people have undeservedly won it in the World Cup so far? De Bruyne literally
Bro,
took one and said, "I don't know how I won this."
That's you know what it's like. It's equivalent to someone's mom telling them they're handsome, man. It means fuck all, bro.
Yeah, so whatever you
doesn't
make
mean
of it, it
anything,
don't mean
Hey,
nothing.
fam, it's participation medals, bro. It's you turned up.
It's
Well done, bro.
every
You turned
mom,
up.
every parent.
You're the only white
every
English
parent
man.
said
There you
the
go. You
kids
get
are
the reward,
beautiful.
bro.
Yeah, I still. If you're voted the best player of the year, you're the best player of the year.
By who, bro?
Players
But-
player of the year I'll listen to.
Based on the fans.
Who, bro? By who, bro?
I just got caught by my daughter the
You're
minute
acting like
she walked into the room when I said every parent's like to the kids saying they're beautiful. And my daughter was
Exactly.
That's actually shocked.
That's true, bro.
Ah, you're not serious.
Alina, you're beautiful. I was joking.
Bro,
Pokodok was ugly.
But you know what's mad though. You know what's mad. England looks so much better now when Foden instead of Mount there, and nobody can
Yep.
deny it, man. Their passing is more fluid.
I can.
On transition, they're better.
They're so much
And
better,
it's-
bro. But this is my point.
And you know,
This is what I,
you know what's
this is what I was saying
you know what's
after the
mad?
US game.
Bro, Mount could have done what Foden did today.
No, he can't.
couldn't, man.
Bro,
Tell
He
me,
breaks
I
his
tell
fucking
me.
ankle,
No,
man.
what? No, he couldn't.
Tell me.
No,
to-
he
tell
couldn't.
me
I
couldn't.
will tell you with chest on my life, on my
couldn't.
son's life. He has already tried to make the same pass that Foden made to Kane, and he
That's
fucked it up
such
against
cap,
Brighton.
man.
He
He
already
knocked
tried
out
to
one
make
of
the
the
same
wheelchairs
pass
behind
and
the goal,
fucked
man.
it up. Bro,
Mount's a
if he
better
tries
passer
to
than
do that
Foden.
dribble, he
No, he's
is
fucking
literally
not, bro.
staring.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
If he tries to do that dribble and that cross that
According
Foden
to you,
did,
and the
he's
club of
staring
alcoholics,
every
bro. That's the only
ligament
one
in
who
his
think
leg.
that way, man.
Foden only has dribbling over Mount.
He
No,
has
he doesn't.
everything.
He has passing and
Everything
he has
over
goals. So he
No,
has
he
more goals as well.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. What?
He has
Who has
everything.
more
The
goals?
only thing,
Who has more goals?
literally, the only thing,
Foden or Mount?
GA
the only
hand,
thing
man.
that Mount has, the
Ah,
only
now
thing
it's
Mount
GA. Now
has
it's not goals
over,
anymore. Okay, all right, man. You have to combine
the
everyone
only
together.
thing that
Now
Mount
Mount doesn't
has,
get GA doesn't matter.
exactly, the only thing that Mount has over
Foden's more
Foden,
there's more to football than GA. What are we doing?
Cool. Well,
Yeah,
when we
but-
said that last season, it was, but Mount's got more GNA.
And now, Scott, and now that Foden has more GNA overall.
Exactly.
No,
it's like
no,
GNA
doesn't
doesn't
matter
matter.
anymore.
Hey, it's moved to goalpost
No,
season.
no.
I see what it is.
The reason we did that because
The only thing that Mount has over Foden is his running and defensive work. But guess what? They play as 10, so I don't give a fuck how much they run and how defensive they are.
let me tell you something though. The reason we said that because remember what season we win the Champions League?
Bro,
what was the season?
Okay, one Champions League. You know
Bro,
how many
let me
Premier Leagues
land,
Foden has
bro.
won,
Let me
bro?
finish.
You know how many Premier Leagues Foden has
Bro,
won?
let me finish. Let me finish.
But you know what? You know why I get annoyed about the Champions League thing? Like literally, we had one of the worst goal scoring records.
I wasn't even going to mention the Champions League. I was just saying that
No,
season.
Wait, bro. Wait. First of all, like Mount fucked up seven finals, and from all of those 7, he won only 1. So let's be honest, yeah. From 7, we won only 1. Stop acting like him and Havertz are this like great tournament fucking winners, you know. If from 7, you know, from 7 to 1, bro. 7 chances and you had 1.
My point is that season, Mount.
Your point is stupid, bro. Obviously, your point is stupid. And you're still
if you're not going to let me land, what is my point?
Let him land, people. Let him land.
You've been landing like it's September 11, bro. Fucking, you can't land, bro. Drop it. Man.
Oh, wow. No.
Sorry, Lewis.
That joke banged.
That did bang.
You've been landing like Mount Spassing, bro. You've been landing like Mount Spassing, bro. It's all over the place, man.
So cool. Can I say my point now?
This kid is catching strays from.
That's why I came on, Alex. I wanted to have fun, man.
You want to join? You wanted to join the fun.
Yeah. Man.
Oh my
God.
God.
When Mount won his first Player of the Year, the one criticism
again doesn't mean shit. It was voted. It was voted, bro. It was voted. It's like your family tell you you're handsome. Doesn't mean fuck all, bro. It doesn't mean anything. Stop, drop it, man. If you're gonna use credible, objective, fucking like arguments, then we'll argue. But if you tell me he wants Player of the Year, his mom told him it's great, doesn't fucking mean shit. Doesn't matter, bro. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if him and Rory and a bunch of fucking alcoholics vote for him. Doesn't mean anything.
Finish your point, because I just want to hear what it is.
No, I swear, if he's gonna say Player of the Year one more
even
I'll drop him, man.
Even Kai, even if he brings up like whatever nonsense, like I just want to hear the point. I just want to hear the point.
No, but Scott, what's the point if he gets Player of the Year and he Anderson starts over?
No, I agree, bro. I agree, but
that just shows that our club like has shit standards, then, man.
Yeah, when Mount won Player of the Year the first season, the one thing that people did to discredit him was saying he didn't get GA. So what did Mason Mount do the next season? He got GA.
No.
Hold on. He got the GA.
He played worse, though. He
got the GA, like people said.
Yeah, no, but
he got the GA.
No, this is where you don't understand.
So
the whole point is
to have. Does GA not mean anything now? Does GA not mean anything now?
Apparently, 11 goals is impressive now, man. You used to tell Hazard doesn't score enough goals. He scored 14, 15.
Because you were saying, because when it was Phil Foden, GA means everything.
Man. Foden is a bench player for City, bro. This guy is supposed to be a key player, man. Why are you comparing to Foden, bro? You have to give it the Bruno, bro.
Let me explain something to you. You don't. The whole point is we want him to get everything. I don't want you to have loads of good GNA. If no, he wouldn't have loads of good GNA.
Himself. He knows it's coming, man.
Imagine Pep would play like that. You're crazy.
His hair would grow back and lose it again, man. That's how he fucking go crazy. Like, this guy can't pass for shit, man.
Anybody knows who actually televised the friendly, Chelsea's friendly?
Fifth stand.
Yes. When is the game?
Sunday, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. English time.
Well, this Sunday?
Yeah, next Sunday. We're doing a watch along on Chelsea.
Today's Sunday,
next year. Of course, it's Sunday, donut.
But by the way, don't forget.
Even catching the strays from Fatur.
Fatur's had enough of you. He came in happy.
Yeah,
and then spoke.
Fatur is forming full sentences on you, bro.
Fatur and Poku
sentences on you.
See, Fatur, the only reason Pokodoku is here because Kai Fatur has to pay you the $100 bet he lost. Otherwise, he'll kick out. So Lewis, you don't get 100 because of Kai.
It is what it is. Actually, I'm not even getting the 50.
Hey, what's up, man? Didn't know you here.
Ram, how you been?
I mean, it's good to not talk about Liverpool, innit?
No, Ram. What do you think about Mason Mount? This is the World Cup, bro. Our generational player, bro. What do you think about him?
I think Mount is one of the most overrated players by some of your fan base.
Mount or Harvey Elliott?
Let's compare it to the bench player, bro. It's shameless. You're fucking shameless, bro. Shut up, man.
I mean, Harvey's still a kid, innit? Harvey's still 19.
Shameless,
I mean, Mount is a grown man.
Shameless.
So,
Rams, you know Mount has been linked with Liverpool, right? Over the last couple of weeks.
I'm all right.
Mount starts.
No, he could fit Klopp's system.
But I'd rather get Bellingham instead.
Somebody has
Lewis. If Mount goes to Liverpool, if Mount goes to Liverpool, Klopp is gonna squeeze his teeth so hard they're gonna fall off. He's gonna need new teeth again, man. If he sees this guy passing, he's gonna go crazy.
Like Mount.
You'll fuck up his contacts,
Imagine Mount gonna give Klopp evil eyes.
Klopp with that stare, bro, would be like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Klopp is gonna go out on journalist again, bro, from that depression.
Wait, Curtis Jones him out.
Why you just
Why are you going for the youth, bro? Why are you going for the youth players, bro? You got generational talent.
Yeah, say Thiago or Mount. Say Thiago
or Mount. Nah, I know what you're doing. If you've heard what I said about Curtis Jones, I'm already kind of done with him. Like, this is the season to prove himself. And he's already injured. I mean,
what do you mean? Like in the same season?
Why does he keep doing this predator sounds, bro? Stop it, man.
I don't know.
Now, do you know why? Because a couple seasons ago, these Liverpool fans were trying to say Curtis Jones was better than Mount.
Yeah, the highest.
But that shouldn't be a comparison, bro.
No, he does it because Daniel doing it, and Daniel his biggest role model.
But we do that for all of our players, bro. That's how it goes.
We'll soon see that Harvey Elliott is not on the same level as Mount. Soon coming.
I mean, they're not, because Harvey Elliott's 19, Mount's 23.
He's almost 24, bro. He's gonna be 24 in January.
Oh, sorry, 24. I'm sorry.
You posed something earlier. Who does he start in Liverpool's midfield over?
Harvey Elliott.
Harvey Elliott don't start in Liverpool's midfield. Try again, my guy.
Yes, he does.
He's a rotation option for them.
The problem is, Scott, that we know that our midfield is not undervalued. We don't have a lot of players that are good enough to start. Like Henderson, I mean, I respect what he's done for the club, but
Gallagher starts in the midfield.
No, he doesn't. Shut up.
It doesn't take a lot to start. I mean, if Keita had actual legs and had consistency, he would start, but he doesn't.
I swear Pokuduku said that he would start over Kevin De Bruyne at City last year, man.
I was expecting him to say Henderson, but my point afterwards was going to be, but who cares? Because Henderson
doesn't even start for England over Henderson,
bro. Exactly. This isn't an accomplishment, bro. If he starts,
Henderson has more goals than assists.
Bro, if Henderson's unlocking Jude, then I'm taking that every day to the bank, bro. Because Jude is something else. Like, Jude is levels above Mount. Levels above Mount. He's fucking sick,
bro.
Maybe level, not levels.
No, level.
Take the S out. Take the S out.
There's levels. It's a hard S, bro. There's multiple S's. That's how high above Mount he is.
Yeah.
And he's 19 as well.
Exactly. Like,
bro, honestly,
Mount can't chat to any of these, man. He cannot chat to any of these, man.
He's 24. Mount is 24 years old. Why are you guys acting like he's a youth prospect, man? He's 24 years old, bro.
At least players like Elliott and Jude have got time. I don't think Mount. This is the time where Mount has to prove himself as a player.
Mount will rise. Don't worry about it.
Rise where, bro? The only way he's rising my heartbeat, bro.
He's currently sitting at Sunderland level. He's going to rise to that West Ham level.
Bro, I can never remember like a more overrated player than Mount.
Well, I think it's just.
I honestly can't.
But Kai, it's just certain fan base just hypes him up to another level. But then there's certain people in the fan base that underrate him.
But not to this level, not to this level though.
It's two extremes. There's the people
who from Mbappe. They compare. I swear that last year, I've done when I had my old account like with 1,000 something like, and I had like something like 3,000 votes between Mbappe or Mount, and I swear to God it was 60-40 to Mbappe. The fact that it was 60-40 with Mbappe compared to Mount, man.
Was it after the Champions League?
Yeah, it could be after the Champions League, but still, man,
there's going to be some.
It doesn't matter, bro, if it's the Champions League, literally.
But yeah, there is no comparison. Like, if you talk about your Pedris, Gavis, Bellingham,
they're
Musiala, they're levels above. I'm sorry, they're levels above Mason Mount and Phil Foden as well. Like,
relax with that one. Don't joke with that.
Well,
no, they're all above him.
I said 3 years
Also,
ago.
this Gavi guy that people guess up, he ain't all that.
Is it a coincidence that as soon as like when they had Mount in their midfield, England couldn't put two passes together, and now all of a sudden they look a lot better? It's not coincidence. I'm sorry, man. It's not a coincidence.
I think people gas up this Gavi guy. I've seen him play a lot.
Why are you changing the subject, you weirdo?
Yeah, why are you changing the subject?
No, because my man mentioned Gavi. He mentioned
Gavi's name, and I think
Gavi is better than Mount, bro.
Gavi is levels. Gavi is levels above.
Have you seen Gavi play consistently?
Yeah, I've seen him play for Barca.
Yes,
he's a serious player.
I don't know about that one, but we'll see. He's still young. Your
ball knowledge genuinely stinks. Like it is.
We'll see. I don't.
He just likes kids, man. He just likes all the youth players. He likes.
Yeah, I don't think he'd like Gavi, but like.
No,
I like
Gavi is Spanish,
I like
bro.
Pedri.
Spanish.
I like Musiala.
Oh, it's adding up now. Oh, okay.
I like Camavinga as well.
Makes sense.
They're all my guys in it.
Yo, guys.
Yeah.
They don't even know you exist, bro.
How do you know that?
Like,
I think the reason you're here, you're looking for Favre's figure, and we're not claiming you.
No, I don't think he's looking for father figures, but I'm not gonna say it on Lewis's channel, man. I'm not gonna say it, bro.
What do you mean?
I already used my wild card today, Lewis.
Seriously, isn't this past your bedtime? It's already midnight now.
Yeah, that joke banged so hard. Like,
Doc, how old are you again?
How old am I?
Yeah.
14.
I'm not 14.
How old are you?
He literally smiles when he says,
wait, let me just say one more thing. Bakudoku, yeah? Listen to this. Mason Mount has played 4 games in the World Cup, and he has the same GA as Fatur, bro. And Fatur didn't play any of it.
It's mad that Henderson has more GA than Mason Mount.
Fatur is in his living room, but he has the same contribution as Mason Mount, and they didn't even spend money on the ticket for him to go.
Let's
to
be real.
Qatar,
If Mount was in that position, he's burying that same chance.
No, he's not.
He would not, bro.
I don't know whether he would
not. He would knock one of those Qatarians behind the goal, bro.
You know what? I don't think he gets into that position.
Oh, of course
he should have done that for USA, but he didn't. So
he actually missed the ball when he was against United States when they playing. He missed exactly same. He was in the same position, only coming from the right side, and he missed it.
He just stinks.
He's just say nothing.
Scott, I just think he's overrated as fuck, man. Like, I think he's so overrated.
He will rise. Don't worry.
He doesn't have anything remarkable about him on the ball. Everything people talk about is like he's a good runner. He's a good. What is he? This, bro? What is this? Tom and Jerry, bro. I think
the big thing he misses is composure. He is like a gnat. He moves like a gnat. Every time is take a ball, make a strike, try and find that killer ball. Sometimes football don't work like that. You need to be.
He's a PNP. He's a power player.
No. I completely disagree. He's not pace and power. He's a road runner, and I will maintain till the day I die there is a distinct difference.
Yeah, he takes too long for me for a world class for a player in his age. It's supposed to be like 24 is his prime. He isn't very clinical with his pass.
Prime starts at 25.
He thinks too much on the ball, man. Too much.
Prime starts around about 24 for midfielders normally. Because I think Lampard was 24 when he started to play.
Let's take Prime out of it. Let's take Prime out of it. Let's look at players like around his age, or even in some cases younger, including the ones we've discussed. Like there are players younger than him or around the same age that do the technical aspects. That do the technical aspects of what he's meant to be good at, and again, what players that are meant to be of a world-class talent that he's been put in that same bracket, they do to a level way above him.
And not only that, Scott,
Pedri, Gavi, Foden, all of these guys,
GNA,
they are Bellingham.
Scott, his GNA, yeah, against the big team is fucking terrible compared to Foden's.
Terrible. It's not even. Did
you see his goal against Liverpool?
No, but again, I was about to say,
2 years ago.
I don't care. No, I don't care about his GNA though. That's not what I care about. I don't care about his GNA because If we had
football's just about GA.
If we had Pedri in this team, I wouldn't give a shit about his GNA, but I care about what they're doing with the football in terms of, are they helping the team and making it tick? Are they having a positive impact on this team? And more often than not, Mount is not. He's being a detriment to this team. We are better off not having him in the team.
Bro, Scott, I agree with you. I agree. I think he's just a liability in this team. He's just takes a position.
100%.
And it's not a coincidence, all the guys that he's stealing their positions. Like both him and Havertz had a horrible World Cup, man. And all the guys
Havertz got man of the match.
He's been shit. One man of the match does not make any difference.
Don't joke with that one, man.
What was
I
that?
don't mind Havertz, yeah, but I don't think he's
that
good
Mason Mount and Koulibaly are
Oh, don't
trending
tell me we're
in
hyping
England.
up that meaty fucking 23 minutes against Costa Rica.
Also, like,
It's like
he had
Mount's Iran game, bruv. They had the same tournament.
Are we talking about Havertz?
Yeah, it's for two shakes in the same mid.
Yo.
Also, Poku. Yeah, I'll accept he had a good game against Costa Rica. Where was he against Spain? Where was he against Japan?
He didn't play against Spain.
Scott.
Yeah,
That
he
Japan.
got dropped.
He didn't
Why
play.
is that?
Sorry, he didn't play. So he didn't play in the against the best team in that group. Is that what you're telling me?
That was clearly a mistake. That was clearly a mistake.
No, wait. That was a mistake.
Do you know Germany fans?
Wait. Poku. Wait. So that was a mistake. What did the guy who came on for Havertz score?
Nicholas.
The guy who
Falkirk.
Yeah, didn't he score?
Yeah,
Yes.
they drew that.
With his first touch of the game as well.
Yeah. But isn't the guy who Havertz got dropped and the guy who got dropped for scored in that game? So was it the wrong decision?
They drew the game.
They made more chances in that game than they did in the
Henderson
Japan
as well
match.
today.
They didn't win though.
They didn't win. That's because of their defense, not because their attack. They made more chances.
One thing I can't.
They didn't convert.
Well, the number 9 did convert. He scored their only goal.
One chance.
That's
the only
9.
chance he got given, and he stayed on side. Unlike Havertz,
What other attackers?
It was top.
Well, maybe if Havertz knew what the offside trap was, maybe he'd be onside a few more times and score.
We'll see.
Lewis,
Hey,
that
David,
Japan game.
Andreas Christensen was also Denmark's top goal scorer. You see how that doesn't mean anything? There you go. But yeah, big up. But let's not act like Havertz and Mount didn't have the same World Cup.
Yeah, that Japan goal he scored where he was offside, that was unforgivable, man.
It was just typical.
You had the whole line at your sight and you still stayed offside. Like that's
chill out.
Hey, he's so much better for his country than he is for his club.
Havertz play against Liverpool, he packs your team, man.
Nah, I mean, you're talking to a guy that used to prop Havertz when he was in the Bundesliga, and I thought he was going to be a great player, but clearly I'm wrong.
These two are the biggest.
Don't worry, I believe the hype as well. We're all wrong. It's fine.
He is off.
Like, I know why German people say that Florian Wirtz is better than what Havertz was. I can
Wirtz hype, man.
I don't even know how we still have Havertz supporters after he fucking cost us the Arsenal game, but we move. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, guys, we do need to wrap up the stream anyway. I did say I was going to hop onto Flawless's stream. Don't go anywhere because this stream's going straight to Flawless's. So everyone just raid that shit. We're all going live on Flawless's channel, so check that out. Big up everybody that's locked in. Like, subscribe, and as always,